my cancer. So it turns out that I have cancer on the ground. I have my knee in its throat, and it's screaming uncle for the third time. That reminds me of something that happened in Pueblo, Colorado when I was in the 4th grade. I came in the middle of the school year. My parents had moved from Minnesota, so I went to school, and the first day I went to school at recess, the school bully, John Roybal, came up to me and started pushing and shoving on me. And of course, his desire was to establish the pecking order. Here's a new kid in town. Let's show him who's boss, and let's put somebody else in his gang. Well, he started pushing me around and started fighting with me. John was a lot bigger and stronger than I was. And pretty soon he knocked me to the dirt, and he had me down on the ground, and my hands got a hold of his neck. And I locked my fingers in the back, and I shoved my thumb into his Adam's apple. And pretty soon, John was out of breath, and he was squeaking, "I give." And I let him up. And I backed away, and he stood up, and he charged me again, knocked me down again, and started beating the tar out of me. And I found his throat again, and in went the thumbs. And pretty soon John was saying, "I give." And again, I let him up. And after we brushed ourselves off a bit, I'll be damned if he didn't charge me a third time. And again to the ground, and again he's slamming and hitting me in the face and stuff, and again I find his throat. And this time, when he said, "I give," I didn't stop. And I held on to his throat until he was unconscious. And I got up, and he didn't get up for a little while. And we became best friends. Well, it turns out that I've had 3 battles with cancer. And it's also become a good friend of mine. In my second battle with cancer, I changed my diet entirely. I worked out an hour and a half every day. I lost 30 pounds. I actually had ripples in my stomach, and I was light on my feet and young and as strong as I'd ever been. Thank you, cancer. Thank you for that. Me and my wife bonded with each other in a way that you could not imagine. She's in a hospital with her 3rd operation. I'm laying there with cancer. I'm laying in the hospital bed with her. We're holding each other. We're inches apart. And I say, "Honey, some people think we're having a rough time." And we started crying and laughing. People don't have that kind of preciousness in their lives. And we had it because of her operations and my cancer. Hey, thank you, cancer, for being a friend. Thank you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So I'm in Colorado, and I'm in Colorado, and it's a little bit like the sun's on my left, the moon's on my right, and there's gorgeous Pikes Peaks in front of me, snow-capped. The sky is blue. There's puffy white clouds in the air. And I say to myself, I am well. I am well. Wow. That was easy.